This is Best Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, John McDonald and Matt Fitzgerald. And it begins now.
Happy 4th of July to our American friends. Best Wrestling Podcast is on the air, celebrating the stars and stripes, and not just the Hacksaw Jim Duggan kind, but all Americans who bravely lead the world when it comes to freedom, independence, and liberty. Best Wrestling Podcast is the tag team audio champions. I'm just one half, Jonathan McDonald. With me, as always, a real American, even more than Hulk Hogan, Matt Fitzgerald. Matt, what's going on?
Jonathan, enough about me. We need to jump right into it and talk about my new favorite wrestler that's even better than WrestleMania 17 and better than Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's Baron Corbin, because on Twitter today, he told Finn Balor that he can go to 205 Live. So I feel, Baron Corbin, if you're listening to the show, you're a fan, and I appreciate you throwing Finn Balor under the bus. Jonathan, I just had to get that out of the way. Other than that, I'm doing fantastic and looking forward to talking about some exciting things. And a little bit of foreshadowing here for our guests. You got to stay all the way till the end for the punchline, but I'm excited to talk about some exciting things tonight with you.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like Baron Corbin today was channeling you, either that or you had access to Baron Corbin's Twitter account, because honest to God, it looked like something that you would type or say. It was crazy. So if you have not seen the amazing exchange that happened today, check out Baron Corbin on Twitter. He was already a favorite of Matt's. He won me over today. It was just great, hilarious heel stuff. So check it out on Twitter.
He's on a roll right now. Like, he cut off his ugly hair. Yep. And now he had that. I love his new gimmick of the constable. That's pretty cool. It's better than his kind of, I don't know, lone wolf stupid thing that he had going on. And I loved his burn on Finn Balor when Finn Balor said that he was wrestling in New Japan while Corbin was getting cut from football. And then Corbin said it was the equivalent of winning, I think, like a rec league 40-year and above basketball championship. So he really, really degraded New Japan. And then he said, you tried 10 years to get into WWE, and I just made one phone call. I was like, oh, savage.
Oh, man, that's spicy, as the kids say these days. Just the salt was flowing. So moving from one absolute burst of fire to some really hot news on our end, BWP has got some exciting things in the works, and I'm wondering if you can elaborate.
Yeah, well, we can't tell too much right now. And if you listen to our last episode, friends, essentially there's going to be a contract signing, pretty much like what you would see on Raw. Somebody might go through a table. Somebody might get a 30-day suspension to go film a movie. But it is going to be... It is going to be some really groundbreaking news on Friday. Now, you'll want to check out our social media, because we might not have a podcast up that Friday, but we are going to be talking huge on what's coming to our social media. And what it means is a lot more value for the fans, and it's going to be some groundbreaking news. So you want to make sure you check out Jonathan at Real BW Podcast and myself at Best Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.
That's right. Absolutely. And we're really, 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 really looking forward to making BWP never, ever the same again. I wanted to give a shout out, if it's okay, to match your Baron Corbin one. And my shout out is actually to Ronda Rousey. And I'm going to tell you why. I just love how Ronda Rousey is utilizing Instagram to keep kayfabe in a world where no professional wrestler, it seems, does that anymore. Everybody's like on their Instagram feed, just like living their regular lives, using their actual shoot names, like putting their arms around a babyface and they're a heel. Ronda Rousey gets on Instagram, as just one example, the night of her suspension, when Kurt had to suspend her for her just causing a ruckus. And she just gives this huge post about how she's sorry. She let her aggression and her anger get the best of her. She apologizes to Kurt and says that when she's coming back for Alexa and the title. And I'm just like, oh my God, my sweet kayfabe loving heart, bless your soul. That is what I want to see social media used for.
Yeah. Did anybody inform her that kayfabe's dead, or is she just...
She's bringing it back, man.
Oh, she's bringing it back.
You know how? Because she wears that Roddy Piper jacket. It's like Frosty the Snowman.
Did she wear that Roddy Piper gimmick in UFC? Because I think she came out with the same entrance music. Did she come out with like a little bit of an Irish or Scottish, I guess, groundskeeper Willie get up or no?
I think she got the jacket from the estate, from the family of Roddy Piper just prior to the Royal Rumble, which is a really nice touch. And I think she had it tailored to her size. Roddy Piper's a pretty small dude, so maybe they didn't have to do that much tailoring.
Are you for real right now, or is this kayfabe?
No, I'm so for reals, man. That's a shoot, brother.
Are you serious? Like, she actually got that from the family?
Yeah, I believe they're the Tombs family, the Tombs family. Like, that's the actual name of Roddy Piper's family. And yeah, they gave it to her. They know that she was a huge fan of him. And I guess they did that meaningful thing. It's pretty cool stuff.
Are they related to Matthew Toomey from Harbor Grace, Newfoundland, or no? Big
shout out to him. Great guy. Speaking of Instagram, how about this? Are you aware that The Undertaker has Instagram?
I am.
Just drink the whiskey. Just blatantly drink it.
That's Brand X Cola for our folks listening at home. Yeah, I think that he's got some nice little photos up, but I think now that the big dog retired him, he's allowed to have Instagram, right?
Yeah, I just wonder if we're going to get stuff like, "This is my cat being funny." Like, what are we going to see on that, man?
I want to see The Undertaker start doing Instagram stories. Like, that's what I want to see now. Undertaker, I know you're listening. Make it happen. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. It's a tremendous idea. It's tremendous.
Yeah. All right. First Trump reference on our July 4th episode. Didn't take us any time at all. I got a question for you. Have you heard the rumors that Brock Lesnar's not going to be at SummerSlam? SummerSlam, man. SummerSlam.
Yeah. Now, I have. Is this a work to get us kind of like hating Brock Lesnar because he no-shows events? Is that what this is all about? Or is this actually a shoot? Or is this a work?
I don't know. I don't know. I have to say it. I'm so sick of Brock. We got to get that title off of him. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it, et cetera. Build the wall. But I mean, he's not even defending it at all.
I know, but is this part of the plan? Like, is the propaganda working on you right now? Do you hate Brock Lesnar because of this fake news CNN storyline?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Is that what's causing this right now? Is it working?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not asking the guy to release his tax returns or anything. I'm just trying to get him to show up once in a while. I mean, I'd rather be worked by Brock Lesnar or any heel being on TV every week and saying, I'm the best, you can't beat me, cheating his way out of a match. That's how I want to be worked. I mean, there's just nothing here. It's just a void.
Yeah, I think that he needs to go back to just being in a feud with somebody that can drag out for a long period of time, build up a massive hype match, and they don't need the strap on him. Like, they can put the belt on Braun and have Braun carry the belt, have it on Raw, have it defended, and then just have Brock in a mega match with The Rock. Like, how come we're not bringing The Rock back and we're not having a year build up where they don't even need to be on TV? So I get jacked and all hot and sweaty and bothered for a sick match at WrestleMania. Like, I think that's a better way to utilize him. It probably works better for him too. He probably doesn't even want the strap.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm all for The Rock coming back in any capacity, and so too are the fans. Obviously, The Rock and John Cena won at Mania 28, biggest pay-per-view buy rate for WWE ever, and forever will be now because of the network. But let's tie everything together right now and tell our fans that prior to Rock Cena once in a lifetime, wink, wink, the biggest WWE pay-per-view in terms of buy rate was one headlined by the current president of the United States, WrestleMania 23, Ford Field in Detroit. And we see in the year 2007, Donald Trump in one corner with Bobby Lashley as his, surrogate, as his representative, taking on Vince McMahon and his pick, Umaga, Battle of the Billionaires, hair versus hair. It did a whopping 1.2 million buys. That is incredible. And I really got to say, even with a stacked card that featured Batista versus Undertaker for the first time ever, and John Cena versus Shawn Michaels on the other side on Raw, I think Donald Trump was responsible for bringing in that buy rate.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think 100% he was responsible. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. It was a tremendous pay-per-view. It really was. It was big league, folks. Big league.
Yeah. I mean, I think Donald Trump did as well as you could have expected anyone in that capacity to do. I think he got it. I think he got the whole entertainment part of it, the promo part of it. We saw that throughout the campaign. And you know what? Did he take one of the worst stunners of all time? Probably second to Linda McMahon. Yeah, he did. Did he give Vince one of the worst clotheslines ever? But look, no one expected him to be a marvel of physicality, but man, on the mic and in terms of entertainment, the dude knew how to work a crowd.
Yeah, I actually heard that, the whole Trump running for president was just to get publicity, and then they accidentally won it. They worked
themselves into a shoot.
Trump's always been fantastic at just getting the publicity. So you don't know, like maybe that was part of the whole plan. I don't know. But what I mean to say is, people don't want to watch. He draws eyeballs. So I'm not shocked that was the biggest pay-per-view until Rock versus Cena once in a lifetime, which I'm really happy to say actually only happened once. It didn't happen again. And I'm really happy as a fan for that.
Yeah, Donald Trump would also be involved in other WrestleManias. He hosted 4 and 5 and appeared at 7 and 20. So Donald Trump, man, also inducted into the Hall of Fame at 29, has been involved in a bunch of them. Matt, last up on the agenda today, I want to put you in the All-American hot seat. 5 really, really rapid-fire, short answer, American-based questions to celebrate this patriotic holiday. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Who is your pick for the most All-American wrestling superstar ever?
James Ellsworth.
Excellent pick. All right. Who is your pick for the biggest foreigner, evil heel?
I'm going to go with Iron Sheik.
Oh, that is a solid pick right there. All right. Here is the final question for you. Hulk Hogan, real American, fitting for today. Is that the best version of Hulk Hogan, or is it trumped by Hollywood? See what I did there? Trumped by Hollywood Hulk Hogan and the NWO.
I think the best version would be Tori Wilson when she posed for the Great American Bash, dressed up as that gentleman that says, "We want you, Uncle Sam." Does that count as an answer?
Yes, absolutely. 2 really, really easy questions. Are we going to build a wall? Yes or no?
That's a tough one here on July the 4th for Independence Day. I'm going to say, is this a work or is this a shoot?
It could be a work. It could be a shoot. It could be kayfabe or not. Do whatever you want with it. Are we going to build a wall?
I'm just going to be on record to say that I think there's going to be a wall built, and it's going to be big league.
Okay. Last question of the night. Who is going to pay for the wall?
That's gonna be the $1 Million Man, because everybody.
Oh my dude! I was trying to get you to say that. That's insane.
Really? Were we
yes.
connected via electrical wire and majestical atoms?
I was trying to get you to say $1 Million Man because everybody. Oh my god, dude, that's incredible! Great work, sir.
Nice. Good job on our telepathic connectivity. That's pretty impressive.
Hey man, that's what happens when the BWP airwaves explode. So we're going to head off to help celebrate the 4th of July with our neighbors to the south. As Matt mentioned, the news is forthcoming. So keep your eyes, ears, fingers peeled to social media at Real BW Podcast on Twitter and Best Wrestling Podcast on Instagram. We're also on YouTube, and our podcast is available wherever fine wrestling programs are. So that includes iTunes, Google Play, via Stitcher. We're on the Podbean, brother. Don't you dare miss us on wherever you get your podcasts. We're Best Wrestling Podcast. The news is coming in hot and heavy. It's going to be big league. You know it. I know it. And BWP Universe knows it, because we've only just begun.